All right, let's talk Nasdaq's latest earnings. Because when you peel back the layers, you find something pretty surprising. This isn't just about a stock exchange anymore. No, it's a full-blown tech transformation happening right under our noses. So let's get into it. Okay, look at this number, $3 billion. Now, when I say NASDAQ, you're probably thinking about the stock market, right? The opening bell, tickers scrolling by. But this number, this has almost nothing to do with that. This is their annualized recurring revenue. And honestly, it tells a totally different story. It's the real key to figuring out what NASDAQ is actually becoming. And hey, don't just take my word for it. This comes straight from the top. The CEO, Adina Friedman, said it herself. She's not out there bragging about trading volume. Nope. She's talking about transforming into a leading technology platform. And that, right there, is the big idea we're going to dig into today. How in the world are they actually doing it? All right, first things first, let's look at the headline numbers. I mean, if you're going to make a big claim about a transformation, you got to have the numbers to back it up, right? Well, here they are. Okay, so what's so special here? It's the momentum. Yeah, net revenue is up 15%, which is solid. But here's the real kicker. Look at the solutions revenue. That's the tech stuff. It just crossed $1 billion in a single quarter. That's a first. And then you drill down into financial technology and boom, up 23%. This isn't just some slow and steady growth. We're talking about hitting the gas pedal. So to really get this, you gotta understand a key term, ARR, or annualized recurring revenue. The easiest way to think about it, it's like your Netflix subscription. It's that predictable, sticky revenue that comes in every year from software contracts. For any company trying to be a tech player, ARR is like the ultimate report card. And yeah, Nasdaq's just got an A+ with that $3 billion number we saw. Okay, so where's all this growth really coming from? Let's pop the hood on Nasdaq's revenue engine and see what's powering this thing. And trust me, when you see it broken down, it's kind of shocking. And wow, this chart just lays it all out, doesn't it? That big purple slice, the solutions business, that's the tech. It's over $1 billion. Now look at the smaller blue slice, market services. That's the old school trading business, just $303 million. Let that sink in. The part of NASDAQ you don't think about is now more than 3 times bigger than the part it's famous for. It's a total flip. So let's just be crystal clear on what these two things are. Solutions on the left, that's them selling software. Think stuff that helps banks catch financial crime on a subscription model. Super predictable. Market services on the right, that's the classic stock exchange, making money when people trade. And the whole story here is that NASDAQ is basically sprinting from the right side of this screen over to the left. Okay, but tech is a pretty broad term, right? So where's the magic really happening? Let's zoom in and look at the actual products that are just absolutely crushing it. All right, if we peel back another layer of that financial technology onion, you find 3 main engines driving the growth. First, tech that fights financial crime. Second, tech that helps companies deal with regulations. And third, the core tech that powers capital markets themselves. Get this, just in the financial crime space, they've signed up 6 new major banks this year. To put that in perspective, that's triple the number they signed in all of last year. That's not just growth, that's explosive adoption. People are buying this stuff fast. And it's not just about landing new customers either. Check this out. In their regulatory tech division, they had 31 upsells in a single quarter. An upsell is basically when an existing client comes back and says, hey, that thing you sold me is great, I want to buy more. That's a huge vote of confidence. It means their tech is becoming absolutely essential. And you see the exact same pattern over in capital markets tech. Revenue's up a healthy 12%, and they scored 39 upsells for their Calypso platform. So again, it's the same story. Land a client and then sell them more and more over time. It's a great business model. But wait, the tech story isn't just about software. It's also about data. And here's another jaw-dropping number for you. $829 billion. That's how much money is now sitting in ETFs and other products that track Nasdaq's indexes, like the Nasdaq 100. It's a record high, and it's another huge source of recurring revenue that has nothing to do with the day-to-day chaos of the stock market. So you might be thinking, this can't all be happening by accident. And you'd be right. There's a very clear strategy behind all this. So for our last section, let's look at the actual blueprint they're using to build their future. It's actually super simple, just 3 key ideas: integrate, innovate, and accelerate. So let's see if they're actually walking the walk. First up, integrate. You know when a company buys another one, they have to mash them together and make it work? Well, Nasdaq is crushing it. They've already found over $150 million in cost savings, way ahead of schedule. That's just good, solid execution. Next, innovate. And this one is really cool. They've already filed paperwork with the SEC to trade tokenized securities. Think about that. They're not just waiting around to see what the future of finance looks like. They're literally building the plumbing for it right now. And last, accelerate. The secret sauce here is something called cross-selling. It's pretty simple. They get a bank to buy one product, and then they turn around and sell them a second, totally different product. And it's working. These deals now make up more than 15% of their entire sales pipeline. It's proof that their whole One Nasdaq thing is more than just a slogan. And the CFO, Sarah Youngwood, really brings it home. They're being smart with their money, paying down debt faster than they needed to. And what does that do? It gives them the cash, the firepower to keep pouring money back into the tech that's going to fuel their growth for a long, long time. So that brings us to the big final question, doesn't it? We've seen how their revenue has completely flipped, we've seen the products that are booming, and we've seen their strategy for the future. As Nasdaq keeps building the core tech for the markets of tomorrow, you have to ask yourself, is the future of finance actually being written by a software company that just happens to have a stock exchange?